One of the most exciting developments in neuroscience today is the discovery that early signs of cognitive decline may show up not in the brain first, but in the gut. A new line of microbiome research is revealing that the ratio of certain good bacteria, particularly Bifidobacterium and Akkermansia, may predict who is most likely to develop mild cognitive impairment years before any memory symptoms arise. The idea that gut microbes can act as early sentinels for brain health is profoundly hopeful because it suggests that cognitive decline might be detected and possibly slowed through simple, non-invasive biological measures. Large longitudinal studies tracking thousands of older adults are finding one consistent pattern. Individuals with lower ratios of Bifidobacterium and diminished levels of Akkermansia mucinifila tend to experience faster cognitive slowing, even if they appear outwardly healthy. These microbes are not merely passive residents of the gut, they are highly active metabolic partners that influence inflammation, insulin sensitivity, neurotransmitter production, and gut barrier integrity, all systems that play crucial roles in how the brain ages. Researchers believe that Bifidobacterium acts as a stabilizer for the gut-brain axis. It ferments fibers into short-chain fatty acids, especially acetate, which help regulate the immune system, dampen excessive inflammation, and support the gut lining. When Bifidobacterium levels decline, the gut barrier can become more permeable, allowing inflammatory molecules to enter the bloodstream and activate microglia in the brain. Over years, this low-grade inflammation may gradually erode cognitive resilience. Akkermansia, on the other hand, specializes in strengthening the mucin layer of the gut lining, the body's frontline barrier against inflammatory stress. Higher levels of Akkermansia are associated with better metabolic control, improved glucose regulation, and reduced neuroinflammatory signaling. All of these factors are increasingly recognized as central predictors of who will maintain sharp cognition into later life. When Akkermansia thrives, the gut barrier tightens, inflammatory load drops, and the brain experiences less immune pressure. Even more compelling is emerging evidence that Akkermansia is linked to enhanced production of molecules that support synaptic stability and hippocampal health. The new studies show that adults who maintain a healthy Bifidobacterium Akkermansia balance tend to have lower levels of inflammatory cytokines like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, both of which are known to rise years before the onset of Alzheimer's or MCI. They also show healthier patterns of insulin sensitivity, more stable blood sugar levels after meals, and greater vagus nerve signaling, all factors that contribute to faster memory retrieval, clearer attention, and a more resilient cognitive baseline. What makes this research particularly inspiring is the long-term predictive power. In several cohorts, individuals with low microbial diversity and unfavorable ratios of these key bacteria were more likely to develop MCI within 5 to 8 years. Meanwhile, adults with robust levels of Bifidobacterium and Akkermansia not only aged more gracefully cognitively, but also demonstrated stronger executive function, better sleep quality, and greater resistance to stress-related cognitive dips. These differences were consistent even after adjusting for diet, genetics, exercise, and cardiovascular risk. The hopeful part is that microbial ratios are highly modifiable. In smaller intervention trials, increasing dietary fiber, adding fermented foods, or incorporating polyphenol-rich plants into daily meals helped increase both Bifidobacterium and Akkermansia. Some participants even regained healthier microbial profiles within a few months. This suggests that individuals at higher risk may be able to meaningfully shift their cognitive trajectory through simple nutritional changes. Even modest interventions like adding more legumes, berries, onions, chicory root, green tea, or fermented dairy appear to nourish the very microbial pathways that protect the brain. Exercise, especially walking and resistance training, also boosts Akkermansia abundance, while consistent sleep stabilizes Bifidobacterium. These are accessible, low-cost habits that older adults can adopt without medical intervention. Scientists see an extraordinary opportunity here. If microbial biomarkers can reliably identify risk years in advance, physicians and families could intervene earlier with lifestyle strategies that slow neuroinflammation and support synaptic resilience. Rather than waiting for memory problems to appear, adults could proactively strengthen their gut ecosystems, quietly building a buffer that supports their brains through the aging process. The emerging message is one of empowerment. The aging brain is far more connected to the gut than previously imagined, and the gut is remarkably responsive to everyday choices. By nurturing beneficial bacteria like Bifidobacterium and Akkermansia, older adults may be able to protect cognitive health, extend mental clarity, and feel more in control of their aging journey. In this sense, the microbiome is not just a predictor of decline, it's a pathway to resilience.